Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Colm McGuigan for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by Brian Bomac McIntyre here in Los Angeles. Bomac, I want to get your thoughts on something. This is a different type of fight week for Terence. I look back to last year when we were in Vegas for Errol Spence. There was so much back and forth between the camps. You were going across the table to Derrick James. He was coming back with stuff. The dad was speaking. Errol and Terence were going back and forth. Madrimov, so quiet, respectful. Is it a little different in preparation to get Terence in the mindset for this fight? Because last time out, you didn't need to motivate him at all.
No, you definitely don't need to shit talking in like they did last year with the Errol fight. Because Terence is just that type of fighter that, he wants to tackle all challenges that's in front of him. And Madrimov is just one of them, Madrimov is respectable in his team, Joel. Joel and them, real respectable guys, man. I like being around them. I like going against them. But you don't need Terence. Don't need all that hoorah stuff to get his ass up and knock somebody off.
Did you enjoy that last year, the back and forth that you had with Derrick James particularly? Because obviously at the end of it, you were the one that had the last laugh when Terence had his hand raised. But during it got quite intense at some points.
Yeah, it did. It got intense, man. Some words were said back and forth, and things got personal, and so that's what made it more exciting after the win because, Derrick James had to, accept that defeat in the fashion that he did.
Did you speak to Derrick James in the aftermath of that defeat, after everything that was said that week and obviously the animosity between you guys?
No, I haven't talked to him since then. Nobody from over there. I haven't talked to him.
Does it make it sweeter for you when you get that victory with all the shit talking that goes on?
Oh, definitely that, man. Definitely that. Just what he was saying, the things they were saying about our team, the things they were saying about me. Of course, that made it much more sweeter. And the most sweetest thing is, as it's been a year since that fight, and we still smiling and he riding on that victory.
Talk to me a little bit about Terence and Terence's motivation. A lot of people have made a lot out of the fact that he's jumping up in weight again. He's going to 154 against naturally a bigger guy in Madrimov. What is the limit for Terence Crawford? I don't want to be looking past Madrimov in any way because we can't look past him. But there's talk of a Canelo fight at 168. How big can Terence go?
Well, I just look at the challenges that Terence wants to challenge himself with. That's what I'm looking at. If it's 60, 68, he wants to be great. And these are the things that you got to do to be great, is to challenge yourself and challenge the guys at that level.
When you think back to the Ricky Burns win, Terence was at 135. Did you envisage this type of career, Bomac?
No, I didn't, man. I didn't. I just wanted to just continue to win world titles, man. Just continue to win, but to get where we at now, I never thought about it.
We've seen a lot of trainers and fighters split. I'll even give you the example of Errol and Derrick. That split, they seem so close, and then they've obviously parted ways. What is the key to your and Terence's relationship and that camaraderie between both of you?
I think it's just is more of like a father-son relationship or big brother little brother relationship, a nephew-uncle relationship, friends relationship, not just only inside of boxing, outside of boxing. Our families intertwined with each other. We live in the same neighborhood. I grew up with his mom, his dad, his uncles. Fought for the same team, amateur team. So it's a lot of history there besides just boxing. So, and then I trust him. He trusts my judgment in the ring. I trust him as a fighter. He trusts me as a trainer. So I think that's what the key is.
What's the preparation been like for someone like Israel Madrimov, who, do a lot in the US, is going to be an unknown quantity, but is a really, really tough fighter and really believes that he can beat Terence Crawford on Saturday night.
Well, of course you don't take him lightly, because we know he's great. He's a great fighter because he's a champion. That's the most important thing. And for you to get to that level of being a champion, you have to do some great things in that ring, and he has. So the preparation is you got to be all hands on deck with this guy. You got to be mentally, physically prepared to go to war with a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's tough as shit, man. He's tough as nails. A lot of experience in that ring. So you just got to be mentally focused, ready to go, and just ready to go to war.
How do you see this fight playing out, Bomac? You've obviously analysed it with your team and you've looked at Madrimov. How do you believe that Terence Crawford beats Israel Madrimov?
I just look at it like determination that Madrimov got and the good team that he got with Joel and them. I just look at it as going to be a pull and tug back and forth for a couple rounds. Then Terence just going to walk away with it. Walk away with that victory. May stop him in the later rounds.
I don't want to look past Israel Madrimov, be wrong to do so, but there's a lot of noise. Turkey Al Sheikh has said for the last week or so he wants to make the Canelo fight. As putting aside the Madrimov fight, as Terence's close friend, as Terence's trainer, is that a fight that you would welcome, Bomac?
Well, a fight like that it'd be talked about, after Madrimov. Right now our focus is Madrimov, and once we get past that, we'll go back to the gym, sit around the office, sit around the gym, and conversation may come up. But right now our focus is Madrimov.
At 168, though, if it was to happen, is that maybe a step too far for Terence? I'm not taking away any of his greatness. Terence for me is the pound for pound number one, but Canelo at 168 is a totally different monster.
Well, Terence loved the type of guy that loved to be great, and that's one of the things that he wants to do is be great. So you got to challenge yourself to a fighter like Canelo because he's great. He's as great as at that division.
I want to ask you your thoughts on, there's, a lot of people have been speaking about Eubank Canelo, a lot of people have been speaking about Eubank Crawford even. Do you still work with Chris Eubank Jr.? Will you be working with him going forward?
I've been talking to his team, his management team. So, we've been staying in contact, and I've been following, what's the negotiations going back and forth. And so when time comes right, we'll sit back down to the table and go from there.
Last one from me, Bomac. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Canelo Berlanga. It's now made. Do you believe that Canelo beats Edgar Berlanga easily, or how do you think that fight plays out?
It's gonna be a good fight, man. A lot of people downgrading the fight. Berlanga, he got choked for a reason. He obviously brings something to the table, and so it's just up to him and his team to try to go get the job done. Me personally, I think Canelo gonna win, but I don't think it's gonna be an easy win like people think it is.
Bomac, always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.